For the window, so this is definitely calculator required. For the window from negative 1.5 to 1.5, we have this ugly function, right? Which of the following intervals is the graph of f concave down? Okay, so let's translate what that means, because ideally we want to use the equation we're given. We don't want to use, we don't want to have to differentiate again. We can, but we don't really want to have to. So f concave down means that f double prime is negative, but that's the same thing as saying the slope of f prime, which was totally the given equation, is less than 0. So if I graph my y1 to be f prime, right, I want my eyes to see when f prime is physically going downhill. And I can see that with my graph. I don't have to differentiate. I just need to comprehend that that's what that means. So I'm going to do e to the, and then I've got in here an x to the fourth, right, minus a 2x squared plus a 1. Close my parenthesis for the exponent, and then the whole thing is subtracting a 2. Right, now I'm going to go ahead and change the window because I do have a very specific window here, and I want to stick with that window. So I'm going to change my x to be negative 0.5, negative 1.5 to 1.5, and I'm going to go ahead and graph. So this is the graph I'm looking at. So what I want, and I'm just going to take a quick screenshot of this so I can draw on it a little bit. The parts that I want this section right here, slopes downhill, and I want this section right here. As soon as I know that there are two intervals, I can cross off this answer and this answer, right? Now that I know that, I really just need to find out what these intervals are. Now, it is worth noting that I'm pretty sure, oh, and I can cross off this answer because it's 3. I'm pretty sure it's answer D, and here's why I say that. I'm pretty sure that this thing is a negative slope all the way up to the edge, and the edge is 1.5. So I'm pretty certain it's answer D, but to double check, I'm going to second calc min, and I'm going to find this bottom value. So if I do second calc, and I pick minimum, which is 3, I'm just going to scroll to where I think this bottom is, and I guess I could have picked the max because I was closer to that anyway. I'm going to scroll as low down as I feel like I can go. I go to the left of the minimum. I pass it and come to the right. And sure enough, that's at negative 1 comma negative 1. So this is at negative 1 comma negative 1, meaning that this cutoff's at negative 1. This is answer D, which is funny because with all of those horrible decimal answers, it turned out to be the nicest option.